Hi guys. Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Okay, yes. Somebody told me. Okay, so it's Friday and we do our Fridays AMA and nothing can prevent us from doing it because we have been doing this for more than a year, no matter what has been happening. Yeah, so let's get started. Why did I scare you? Yeah, I read the chat. Do I look so scary? Okay, so let's get started. So this week was pretty big for waves, a lot of things. In terms of problem resolution. So what we did this week, we basically started the swap to L2MP. This is the intermediary token of the new L2 network that we are developing. So this L2 network is just one of the first networks, which is going to function on top of waves. And it will have its own token, L2 token, and L2MP is some kind of mining power token, which you get if you swap XTN to it. Or there's some other ways to do that. For example, you can swap your depacked assets, or if you didn't do the swap on VRES into Vesting, you can basically skip this and swap directly into L2MP without any restrictions. And I actually want to announce, because I haven't announced it yet, that Vesting unlock is live. You can unlock anything you have on VRES into L2MP, or MPT, as I called it initially, mining power token, but you can have 3 letters tokens on waves. So I had to rename it to L2MP. Yeah, so basically it's live on VRES. This is the official announcement. It's live both for whales accounts and smaller accounts. It doesn't matter. You can swap your vesting into L2MP. As for unvested assets, I have to check. Actually, probably is going to come later. So yeah, I think it's pretty big because so we have announced a plan, resolution plan, and we are following it. Also, there is some other fun stuff on waves. For example, new meme coin, and it's just starting, and it's not going to be so fast, as those things that people did when Elon announced rebranding to X. Probably you read in crypto media that people launched X tokens in dozens, and it was one day pump and dump, and it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so crazy that it's I can't say anything about it because it's just so strange. So it's not going to be so fast, and the reasoning behind that meme coin is pretty simple. Actually, we need to increase the volume on WX, and there is increased fee for PET trading. There is 1% fee when you trade PET. You have to pay 1%, and all those fees are burned. So it means that the supply constantly goes down. And there is also some unlocks, not unlocks, but some price milestones which trigger some events. So the first event is $1. When the price hits $1, there's going to be staking, and part of the fees will go to stakers. And on top of that, an account that will buy PET at $1 on WX, it is trackable on chain, will get a special NFT, which will be receiving 10% of all the fees as well. And after that, there's going to be other milestones. So it's going to be fun, guys. So it's pretty simple. It's not like an investment. Don't consider this to be an investment. It's like a trading game, right? So meme coins are kind of how to say, like they are not so clear whether they make sense. But in our situation, I think they do make sense. They're pretty controversial. Yeah. But in this situation, just a trading game and perceive it as such. There's some like incentives, there's some mechanics, and basically it pushes the price up. And basically in this case, nobody's gonna dump it on you because it's pretty like LP tokens are burned. So the supply will constantly go down and down and down and down until there is no peak in circulation. So it means that there is going to be constant buy pressure and the price will go up. It's very simple. And how we are doing this, because on Ethereum, guys can't do that, yeah? Because they can't change the fee that Uniswap charges them. But we can. We just like set 1% fee, which is high. It's like a lot. And that fee is basically burns the token. So it's like it's fast, so the supply is going down. It's going to be going down pretty fast when the volumes are high. So Pete to the center of the galaxy. Yeah, two things, I think. Yeah, so basically Pete, I launched it like in my spare time. Yeah, like with the help of Vladimir, who did the airdrop. And I hope you'll enjoy it because nobody's gonna rug you, so and because it's like, just it doesn't make any sense to rug you because it's like it's meant to do something else, to increase the fees, and it's a long-term project. And L2MP, I can see some like concern that price is going down. Because the staking interest is high. There is not any active market. There is a very thin market, and people are just selling the tokens that they get in staking. And it's just I wouldn't be too worried about that. It's like natural. The staking interest is so high that it basically compensates for the price, which is like maybe fluctuating. And there is no like active market. It's a very thin order book for now, because I think it's okay for now because the closer we are to the launch of the new L2, probably the more demand for the token will be there. So I wouldn't be too worried. And people are like, oh, why is it going down? It's nothing. Like there is like 5K trading volume per day, guys. So it's like it's nothing. But the staking interest is so high, and early birds get a significant advantage through staking interest. And if you believe in the project and you're not selling the tokens, the upside potential can be high. It's not a financial advice, but you understand what we do. Soon the white paper is coming with more details. It's going to be a very interesting setup, which will allow us to launch multiple L2s on waves without zero knowledge proofs. Actually, they will come later, and because I think zero knowledge is a very cool technology, but it's not ready for mass market, in my opinion. Yes, so that's it. This is like the summary of the last week, and now I'm ready to answer to all those tricky questions that you have for me. VC news, basically we are approaching this from some other angle. We're going to be doing like a very structured outreach to VCs now, because we are, so it's like I'm talking to like several groups of people, but I think I need more outreach. And basically I am constantly doing something else with a lot of things that I have to do, and probably we need some help with this. So we have a person, maybe even not one person but several, that will be helping us from now on, because I really can do I can do either VCs or all the rest that I'm doing, because it's pretty hard for me, because I'm not really I'm not that type of person who can sell things easily to people. So I need some help here. L2 zero knowledge will be launched, but later, yes, we will have zero knowledge, but I think the technology has to develop a little. Zero knowledge, I mean, we have checked a lot of applications working ones, and it's not ready for production. So you can make some prototypes, kind of like, because for example on Polygon they have like 100K transactions per day. So it's a very cool prototype. But the technology is developing fast, and I think in a year or so, zero knowledge will be better suited to real world situation, because you have to create those proofs, and it's very slow. It's very slow. It's very hard to parallelize. Sorry, difficult word. And it's quite slow, So basically, in those zero knowledge networks, they have like blocks with proofs like every 2 hours, So it's a very cool technology, but it needs a little bit more polishing. But we will be ready for this, because basically we'll have L2s and without zero knowledge, with some other mechanics. But when zero knowledge is there, we just swap what we have with zero knowledge, and that's it. BTC, as for BTC, we are buying it with the fees. As you know, we are trying to increase the fees. Actually, the fees are going up slowly. So this is a plan for now. If we have any news regarding the VCs, I will let you know, guys, because yes, I understand your frustration. But if we have any significant news regarding any other options, of course, you will know this first. When will L2 begin to generate its own revenues? Yes, so basically the miners on L1 get L2 token for verifying the blocks. And this L2 token works as a fee asset. Basically, you pay fees with this token on L2. And there's going to be a DAO as well. So 10% of all generated L2 tokens will go to the DAO. Because we need some funds to create incentives for projects to come to our L2 EVM, and we will incentivize them in token. Why is there any updates for NSBT? Yes, so NSBT is working, and I think the problem is I saw this today, there is a spread between smart contract price for redeeming XTN and market price, because people are buying XTN now. And probably people don't do swaps because of that, So maybe if the spread grows, we might actually think about some other options. For example, not burning XTN, but adding waves to collateral from the miners, so that the treasury value grows. Because there is spread. Because on smart contract, I think it's 4 cents now, and on the market it's 5 cents now, and that's why there is not many swaps, and that's why NSBT guys don't get anything. This is a problem. Will WCT be the L2 DAO? No, why? No, WCT is a very old token, and it has been phased out long ago. Maybe some people will be dropping to WCT holders. I can't exclude that. It could happen, really. Why not? I would do that, for example. But there is no functionality. It was like a toy token, more or less, launched like many years ago, like 6 years ago, to incentivize the community, and I think it has been replaced by the Power Protocol. Yeah, it was a very early attempt at community governance, I guess. PET will be used to buy back WXG indirectly through fees, yes. As for SERF, yeah, I think for SERF, people are not happy, but I think we will offer them MPT L2NP swap as well, actually. because I think we should, yeah. It was a failed. It was a really because I can I'm no problem. I don't have any problems to apologize. I think that was a mistake, because I had some other like feeling about what we should do, about like how the market would develop, and I was more optimistic. If I had known that it wouldn't be so good, so probably we would have launched something else. But we have what we have, so we need to deal with it. And I think we will offer shareholders some faster exit. Yeah, because on the other hand, if XTN goes to like $1, shareholders are going to do fine as well. But it's going to take time if it happens. I don't guarantee you that it will happen. We might have a nuclear war tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Or I don't know. I don't know. A bus can hit me, so. When Pete on Binance? I don't know, guys. When Binance, I think, will exist in a pretty different shape and form, but it will exist. Yeah, but they didn't like us. Okay. I don't comment on Binance. Basically, I don't have a bone to pick, this English expression. So there is Binance, there is like waves. It's okay. It's very funny when you don't know what to say. What I always know what I say. Pete, I think Pete should be on all swaps, on all dexes. I'm not interested in centralized exchanges so much, guys. Maybe if someone lists, I don't have anything against, but we need to have the bridges. Pepe team works. It's not finalized yet, unfortunately. That's why we don't have Pete on Ethereum, on EVM chains. But they promised to finalize this new mechanic for custom tokens, bridging soon, like next week. And as soon as they've done it, we will have Pete on EVM chains, maybe on Binance, Ethereum, maybe something else. And meanwhile, we have to prepare. People are asking to comment in Russian, but probably, I don't know, guys. I am in the Russian chat all the time. So every day, and I'm active there. I'm talking to people. So you can just go there, man. This chat, free, Waves free chat. Is gradual unlock for WLF token already launched? Not yet. The proposal was accepted. It's not accepted yet, I think. So it's gonna start soon because there is 4 weeks to vote, I guess. When Pete $1? That's no, not a financial advice, but I think it will happen actually, because there is very simple mechanics here. So it's not a financial advice, guys. Don't invest. It's not Tesla stock, or I don't know, gold, or it's a fun token, fun token. Not everyone is rich like you guys. You're not really following, Barlas. I'm sorry, you're not really following the situation. Otherwise, you wouldn't write this, So, because if you knew the real situation, you wouldn't write this, and it sounds really funny. What are the benchmark the holders should watch to see progress being made on the network? So white paper comes Then what the next like reasonable milestone is StageNet. It's not always announced. It's like an internal. And testnet. Wait for the testnet. And we will keep. And basically, if you are a developer, you can just track GitHub commits. That's it. This is the best thing, actually. I think we found a way, and a very unique way, and very, I would say, beautiful way to launch those networks without much. I can't say without much effort, but it's a very interesting approach. Really, you will enjoy it, I think. And how it will work, maybe I should describe. So everybody will be able to launch his own network, blockchain network, which will be supported by the current miners. But you will have to provide incentives. So you have to get them interested, offering them some compensation. Launch a token and probably, okay, I'm launching you're like a big game developer, have a game and you want your own blockchain, and you say, okay, guys, so we want our own blockchain and you have to support it, miners. And in return, we will be offering you this beautiful token, and we have $1 billion in the bank, and we can support the price. And everybody is immediately says, okay, we want to do it. And gaming company launches its own network. But it's all going to be based on the current community. So we don't need to, we want new people, of course, but they're not but we keep the old people, So basically, current miners will be responsible for supporting all those new networks. Is there L2 testnet? Not yet. We're just starting this. There's going to be a WASE 1.5 before that. The current L1 is going to be upgraded. I think around September. And it's pretty close, actually. When will there be bridge Pepe? Yeah, I mentioned they promised to do this next week-ish. Because what I've talked to Pepe team today or yesterday, I don't remember. Basically, they launched Tron USDT. Everybody loves Tron's USDT. And what they want to do next, they want to launch this aggregated token for stables. Basically, when you have one USDT, which aggregates different USDTs from different chains. From Polygon, from Tron, from Ethereum, you have just one token. And it requires some pool mechanics, and they have been working on this for a couple of months, I think. And they launch this maybe even today, So you will see one USDT on a WX. It's not going to be like USDT Polygon, USDT TRX. It's going to be one USDT. And I think it will eliminate a lot of confusion. Sasha swallow your pride and ask for help from Man, you are delusional, unfortunately. Although he's a good guy, yeah. We are out of touch because I met him in Moscow in 2017, and I have spent a lot of time with him, but I don't know why I should spend any more time with him. No. Because basically it's all pretty clear what they do. Yeah, I brought him to his grandmother in Moscow region, so we had a very lengthy conversation. What happened to DICE? I don't. Yeah. Somebody asked me whether we could relaunch those old DICE games. I think we can. Maybe we can find somebody to help us with the relaunch. It's not working, but I think it worked. Yeah, I will ask actually. right now before I forget. Good question. Thanks. I thought it was working, but it obviously not working. Yeah. No, 10 million is the total. We need less, actually, man. Ted Burns. So, yeah. But if you are ready to sell it at 5 cents, we definitely need less. But nobody is selling. Why you don't make Hi at Tech? Hi, how are you? Why you don't make that one USDT as XTN, connect Pepe, Steve? Yeah, maybe extend price should increase a little in order for us to do that. Oh, man, Pixel Game, I forgot, guys, I'm sorry. Let's move it to the next week, and Vitaly didn't pin me, as he usually does. I hope everything is fine with him, because he is in a very bad region in Ukraine, and actually I will message him right now and ask what's going on, because they had a very bad week there. Everybody, they were bombarded with rockets. As for payments, guys, I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to help you as much as I can. But obviously, if I could resolve this like in one day, I would do that like long ago. So please have patience. If I'm in touch with you and if I'm replying to your messages, it means that you will be helped. You think Virus will be back to his glory days? I don't know, man. I don't think like we need to specifically like make Virus great again. So for example, we have Puzzle protocol on Waves, and it's developing quite fast. As for Virus, we have to finalize Virus v2 and lock the contract on it and like transfer to the community. So it will be like completely decentralized, because the contracts will be locked and community will own it. I think this is a good plan. Basically, the community will own the protocol. Oh, amazing hockey duck. I missed the VC news. No, we haven't had any VC news yet in this AMA. We have some traction, we have some discussions, but nothing to shout about. Yes. Virus is decentralized, of course, but you have to finalize the contracts. Okay, I won't explain because you won't understand in any case. Yeah, so Vitaly is here and he's sound. So dice roller domain has expired. And we can relaunch it with a new domain. Boris, you won't. You just promise you won't do that. I'm fed up with your promises. Guys, I will drop some Pete to the winners. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, Mohammed, please message me. Yeah, you look like a serious guy, by the way. And as long as I'm in this area for now, I can maybe meet somebody. And once again about the audit. Audit is the phasing out the old tokens. This is what audit is, guys. Pixel game. There is a pixel game. We have Mr. Lebowski here. Cool. Far out, man. Winners, not winners, but winners. I don't think my English enunciation is so bad. Can we get Solana as a gateway? Yeah, sure, why not? They're very different, so it requires some like separate development because they're not EVM. But actually, I like Solana, and I don't want to hide it because I think this approach to blockchain scalability will live. Maybe not even in Solana, but in other chains. But it's very valid, actually. Okay, gay jokes, you can't live without it, but it's okay. Oh, ho, ho. Guys, I really like that you have this chat to vent, to maybe to like, I don't know how you live in your real life, but I can see that you are really enjoying it. Some guys here, because they are probably so depressed in real life, and this chat is their only outlet. So I'm really happy that I'm working like a psychoanalyst as well, because I love you all, and I want you all to be healthy and of sound mind. Although very few of you are, so yeah. Because Waves has always attracted crazy people. I messaged recently, so I'm used to it. So I'm okay with it. Yeah, healthy depends on what you eat. Absolutely, keto diet is the best. Okay, man. As I explained many times, that was the result of XTN DPAC, because there was a staking product on WX, which was backed by XTN. Probably I should do some write-up because I can't repeat myself over and over again. And in future, I think starting from the next AMA, I will just post the link to that write-up, because I'm not paid to do it, guys. I'm not paid, so I'm not paid to say the same thing like 1,000 times. So probably I will have to solve this. I explained it, man, many times. I won't repeat myself. I won't. No, man, I won't explain it to you, no, because you're trolling and I can troll you back. Okay? I will do a write-up and I will be given a link to it. And I won't explain it to you on general principle, man. Nobody, because I didn't do anything with the funds, man. So this is it. No, because funding is okay, but I'm not, I don't want to repeat myself over and over again, and I will stick to this, guys, because you have to have some principles. Sounds like I don't know who. I know it is. I don't know. I know it is very bipolar. So maybe he's not even bipolar. He's like tripolar, So maybe all those guys here are not paid, because I actually don't see paid trolls, because somebody was questioning if I was saying the truth about paid trolling, but I'm like 100% sure that it was paid, but now I can't see them. So probably all those guys are one guy, that like this guy who is messaging now, probably this is the same guy, so, oh shit. Okay, guys, so can you hear me? Okay, yes or no? Okay, strange, but it's a Telegram problem. It's not my problem. Okay, you're trolling, guys, but I won't troll you back. Okay, let's just have this thing. Okay, guys, so let's give you one more day. No, okay, one more day to participate in this. 3 first accounts are rewarded. 3K, 2K, 1K PET, respectively. 50 cents. Cool. PET, yeah, PET. I have PET. I will give you PET. Yeah, okay. I explained L2MP. Don't mind the price. It's like it's not substantial at the moment. Yeah, there is, you can't separate when there is like this problem with liquidity. People actually are trying to exit through different tokens, and this is like some kind of contagion. So it impacted LTC as well, unfortunately. Okay, what else should I reply to? I missed the start of this. Was there any news on my favorite coin, Pete? That's the Spirit Man. So I explained a bit. Yeah, so there's going to be some milestones which will be unlocked based on the price. So when Pete hits $1, there's going to be staking and an account that buys Pete and $1 at $1 first on WX. will get 10% of all future staking and NFT to boot. PEAT NFT, which can be stakeable, which will be stakeable. It's very interesting. Yes. Post PEAT, what will happen for PEAT at $10? Some more unlocks, some more NFTs, maybe something else. I came up with NFTs and staking idea. Basically, you can stake NFT, and basically when you can do that on Ethereum probably, but you know you can actually on Uniswap. But on WX it's easier. The first account that buys PEAT at $1 gets 10% of all staking forever. How much XTN was burned with L2MP? It just started. I think it's 7 million. 7 million, man. 7 million, but it's okay. Whale vesting just unvesting just launched like a couple hours ago, and it wasn't even announced. I announced it here. I think a bit, yeah, maybe more than 6, but close to that. To at $10 if you buy, I think it's very simple. If you like, there's going to be staking part and rewards part, and rewards part will be unlocked every dollar. So if you buy PEAT at 2, you get 10%. If you maybe 5%, because we need to have staking. If you buy PEAT at 3, you get another 5% of all trading fees, and we get a beautiful PEAT NFT. Stakeable NFT, yes, man, absolutely. Stakeable NFT, as docs are actually. Docs are stakeable, right? And they're NFTs. We invented stakeable NFTs, by the way, in ways. USDT, yes, USDT, of course. Dollar. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you for trolling me. Thank you for coming to vent. We have a lot of news. Next week will be big as well. What will happen next week? Maybe some smaller things like power token buyback for the miners. What else? Maybe we'll post more details about the upcoming L2. Wrapped Pepe tokens, which combine different networks into one token, which is pretty unique. Yeah, and more burn. XTN will burn. XTN will burn until it's healthy again. Yes, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your support. PEAT to the moon. No, to the center of the galaxy, of course. L2MP just starting. Don't mind the price. It's nothing. Everything is coming, and we are on track. Ride on waves. Have a very nice, productive week. I love you all. Till next Friday. Thank you, guys.